Happy days are here again, the skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
The U.S. governments for reaching a new milestone. So the U.S. federal government is now in debt by $37 trillion. We did it, everyone. So this is the official stats according to the U.S. Treasury's websites. Okay, so this is where we were last year. So at the end of fiscal year 2024, the government was in debt by $35.5 trillion. But you have to remember that this is fiscal year. So the fiscal year ends September 30th. So we're almost done with fiscal year 2025. Now, I want to show you how the government's been balancing their budget so far this year in 2025. And you can find this exact same thing for yourself on the Treasury's website. And I must say that they're actually pretty transparent about how bad they are with their spending problem. All right, so as you can see right now, it goes up to the end of June. So up to the end of June in 2025, the federal government is at a deficit of $1.33 trillion. So this just means that they spent $1.33 trillion more than they had coming in, this year up to that point. And this is actually worse.
I can't watch anymore. I said I can't watch anymore. $37 trillion in debt. And we're paying almost $1 trillion back in interest a year. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Franchette Pearson. August 20th, 2025. I'm feeling the pain. We all are feeling the pain. Oh, but the golden age is around the corner. Yeah. Boy. I'm telling you. What happened, people? How did we get it? Let's look at the debt clock. United States debt clock. Haven't paid that a visit in a while. Oh, 37 trillion 256 billion 439 million and counting. My Lord, what we got here? World debt clock. I'm telling you, man. Time for celebration, ain't it? Yeah. Wait a minute, where did he go? I thought you were celebrating. People, I've been telling y'all, this man, he's just a setup man. That's all he is. And when he get through wrecking this country, because you got to remember, Joe Biden was the right cross. But this guy here, he the left hook. And once everything falls into place, he gonna disappear. You get it? He gonna be somewhere golfing. And the majority of people on the planet gonna be like, man, it's a JFK moment. But no, when he fly away, he going straight to one of them golf courses somewhere. Now let's look at this here. Because we met some saviors in January. Did y'all know that some prophets came along when we voted for Donald J. Trump? Should I say it again? We had some prophets in our midst. And one of them was called Big Balls.
Part 3. Here's the interview with Elon Musk and the rest of the DOGE crew. We finally asked the one question on our minds. Who's big balls? It's me.
That should be obvious.
Why do they call you big balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username.
Okay.
Well, people on LinkedIn take themselves like super seriously, and they're pretty adverse to risk. And I was like, well, I want to be neither of those things. So I said it, and honestly, I didn't even think anyone would notice.
Yeah.
So what do you
LinkedIn
do?
is so cringe.
What does big balls do?
Right now, I'm working on some payment computer stuff. So one of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste. And to do that, we started looking at the payment computers. And as mentioned earlier, like there is no accounting of what payments actually go to the payment computer. So like you look at a specific line item, like $20 million, and you're like, okay, well, what is this money going to? And for the majority of payment systems, it's like, well, we don't really know. And
This is a classic example of putting children in charge of a business when they have no business being there. I will talk from experience because I'm in my 60s. You cannot put children, hear me, you cannot put children in a position, masking it under the umbrella of waste, fraud, and abuse, treating us as cubits and numbers when we're really people with flesh and blood. Do you think a 19-year-old, in the face of one of the greatest historical economic storms in American, not only in American, but worldwide history, do you think that a 19-year-old that shows you the inability to reason from those who Donald Trump has chosen and who
imagine being able to build
and who the world has glorified, that is Elon Musk, who has no governmental experience, and then allegedly got into it with Trump, which I believe all of it was a show. And now you got people out here losing their jobs. And then with $37 trillion in debt, do you think, what happened? What happened, big balls? It's been 7 months since you took, in part, the helm of the ship. We're counting on a 19-year-old to cut back the spending. What happened, Elon? What happened, Donald Trump?
Laid off today. I got laid off today. It's not looking cute because I have to move next month. I have a car payment tomorrow. Gotta pay rent. And it's not giving thriving currently. It's giving recession. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this right now, but I don't know if this is my cue to become a full-time influencer, but I'm literally like, what's the plan? Like,
What's the plan, big balls? Hello, big balls. Big balls.
I don't know. I'm a little bit scared and a lot of bit faithful that I'm gonna figure it out.
Honey, the truth is we're in transition. That they're not going to tell you anything. That the options are few in the future. That they deliberately have wrecked this economy. They've told you nothing but a lie. Your friends a lie. They've had you go to college with degree programs which did not fit for this moment because America and the global landscape will be AI and robotic driven, which means things will be eliminated. And hey, they convinced women back in the day with the Janet Jackson songs, "What Have You Done For Me Lately?" and the Helen Reddy, "I Am Woman." And I'm all for equal rights, but see, the negative part of coming out of the home is that you're not spending the proper time with the next generation, that is the kids. And so now we got problems on all fronts. We got an economy that is worsening, arguably since Jimmy Carter. We got a thing that a lot of folks don't know about. It's called stagflation. And where are we now? In the hands of a child that says, "My name is Big Balls." And I can understand numbers because when I read them, I know exactly what to do. He don't know what to do. He's being told what to do. He's being trained what to do. He has no depth in his analytical thinking. He has no history other than what he has read. Until you actually go through an economy or two, you can never understand what the hell you're doing when it comes down to economy. It was a slap in the face and an insult for Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk and anybody connected with this foolishness. And I'm not saying the whole Kool in the Gang Doge group was 19, but there's enough of them that I can talk. Because now you're affecting everybody. Everybody. And the clock is ticking. But you got a secure job for now. I said you got a secure job for now. Yeah. What did Trump say? Not too long ago, he had some money coming in. What did he say? Check it out.
I got a call the other day from the people in Congress because we're doing our bill. I didn't even tell you this, Mike, and they called. They said, there's something wrong with the numbers, sir. I said, what's wrong? I don't know. They're not balancing out. There's something really wrong. I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, we don't know. I said, what's the problem? We're taking in much more money than we have scheduled. I said, so far that sounds good. They said, how much is it? About $80 billion. I said, do me a favor, check the tariff line. They called me back an hour later. Sir, we've taken in $88 billion in tariffs. Isn't that a beautiful thing? 88 billion.
Everything's 88. His text number is 88. When you put his name in a geometry calculator, it comes out to 88 and 47. 2 flagpoles went up 5 weeks ago, 88 feet tall. Is he lying? Tell you, boy. Let's hear from Greg. It's been a while. The truth and nothing but the truth.
For what's going on here. We have a market and an entire system that cannot function at all without several pieces in place. And you already know what they are. Let's just start from the top. Vast debt expansion on a planetary level like we've never seen before in the history of the world. Again, think big, beautiful bill. They throw it in your face. Let's add $4.1 trillion to the national debt.
What do you say? How much we going to add to the debt with the BBB? Let's see it again.
In place. And you already know what they are. Let's just start from the top. vast debt expansion on a planetary level like we've never seen before in the history of the world. Again, think big, beautiful bill. They throw it in your face. Let's say add $4.1 trillion to the national debt. You're back. This leads to currency devaluation on a massive scale. Compound that along with what we are going to get, and that is lower rates across the board. That may be enough to propel the stock market higher and potentially much higher until something breaks. What's breaking here? We are in a full-blown absolute currency crisis on a massive scale. How do we know that? Because
a full-blown money crisis on a massive scale. Big balls, big balls, big balls. Did you see this coming? Trump added 88 billion to this thing. Oh, but I'm not getting cooperation from the Fed chair. He's not lowering interest rates. Got to have a boogeyman, right? Blame it on the one you love. What else we got here? Didn't we pick on a few countries when we started this trade war? How about Canada? Let's see how they doing.
Tonight, Canadians brace for economic turmoil as the reality of a full-blown trade war with the U.S.
The U.S. national debt has reached a record $37 trillion, according to the latest Treasury Department report that was issued Tuesday.
Plus, what this could all mean for you.
Are grocery prices going to get more expensive because of the trade war?
North America's trade map didn't just shift, it was ripped apart. In the span of a few months, the United States has stumbled into a perfect storm. A national debt blasting past $37 trillion inflation, eating away at paychecks and a rival it thought it could crush, now standing taller than ever. Trump's 35% tariff strike was meant to put Canada on its knees. Instead, it lit the fuse for Ottawa's rise, fueling a wholesale restructuring of North American trade that Washington can't stop. Cargo once destined for U.S. ports now flows smoothly through Canadian routes. American corporations that once dictated terms are finding themselves hemmed in, forced to depend on Canadian supply lines and access to...
Let me tell you guys what I feel is happening. We already discussed him. And we know that somebody's going to be disappearing soon. All on purpose. I believe that internationally this has been set up. And what's going to happen in the future is everything that this man set up that was engineered under his, 7, maybe 9 month watch. Think of it like a crown. Think of it as a twisted crown. A literal twisted crown. It's the illusion of prosperity, but yet it's a chain on your legs of slavery. It's a twisted crown. That's what he's done to this country. We all, we want the best for the country. Many of us voted for him based on morals, but we had no idea that he would do this. And I've said, and I'll say it again, if you got 4 pockets and 2 of them are empty, you're relying on 2 pockets to get it through. At some point, when you run with only, let's say, 1 leg and 1 arm, you can't jump a hurdle. You can't get out of a ditch. At some point, you get exhausted. And you're in Titanic mode. This is where we're at. It was all planned. We can't even pay the interest on the debt. It appears to me the plan is, just like the illusion, big balls is no balls. It's all a game. It's all a charade. And the international economic system that they have planned, boom, we're going to wake up one day to a new economic system. And all the decades of America utilizing its army to get what the hell it has wanted. And a lot of us don't want to think like that, but everybody has a chicken when they come home to roost. And I believe with all my heart, God is not changing his order for America. We have done a lot of sins. We have put a lot of countries in captivity. We have taken a lot of the resources. We have turned a blind eye to dictators. We have funded endless wars. We got millions, if not billions of people, blood on our hands. And perhaps we're paying for it. And perhaps those in charge, they know it. So what they've done, they've joined that darkness that they created and say, ain't no sense of fighting it, but I'm gonna give the occupants, the Americans, the illusion that we're gonna get it together, knowing good and well it's about to go downstream. And other countries are bracing for it. But the impact is so strong, eventually they're gonna go down the toilet as well. That's where we're at, people. This is our reality. I watched the video a little bit earlier. See if I can find it. There's a video of a little robot trying to dance. And all of a sudden he gets, or she gets, or whatever, mechanically the robot can't finish dancing. And I'll show you what happens. There it is. That's us. That's the world. That's our economy. That's the reality. He got the first dance in, and he's laughing at us. And so I sang in a sarcastic fashion, happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.